As I was browsing TikTok, I came across two amazing content creators that showed how to make your own feather crochet hair. And the idea was so brilliant. I didn't see it on YouTube, so I decided to bring the idea to YouTube. But of course, I'm going to credit the girls that I got the idea from. So the first person is Mrs. P Worth It. She's going to show you guys how to do the single loop. And then the second one is Judy Batts. She's Vans. I think that's how you pronounce it, girl. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your TikTok page. But go follow these two young ladies. What they did was they showed you guys how to make your own crochet. And I'm going to show you guys how to do it right here on YouTube, just in case you guys don't have TikTok. So I'm going to order the supplies and I'll be right back once it gets delivered. So my package was delivered. I ordered the K-tip package. I'm gonna link it in my Amazon description. It came with two types of keratin beads, a gold and a clear. It also came with the tape as well as some duck clips, which is out of frame, some gloves, instructions, and then you have the K-tip tool. Also, you're going to need a needle, thread. I'm using weave and thread for this, and as well as scissors. Talking a little fast versus what you're seeing on the screen. Anyway, so I'm going to show you guys how to do it with 3 methods. I have this old wig right here that I'm going to try to revamp with the crochet method. You can do a bundle. I'm showing you guys an old bundle I had when I sold this texture on my site, as well as some old recycled crochet hair that I cut up, and I'm going to fix it. So let's start off with technique number 1. Now, I did a video showing you guys this crochet method. I love the hair so much, but the problem was that when it came to taking out the crochet hair, there were some pieces that I had to cut. And I love the idea that I got from TikTok. So I'm going to show you guys, if you had to cut your crochet hair that you purchased, you cut the thread, I'm going to show you how to recycle it. So for the first technique, there's not going to be any thread involved. What you're going to do is you're going to take those 2 pieces and you're just going to glue them together. So I'm going to take one of my keratin beads. I'm going to put it inside of the K-tip tool. And actually I'm going to do 2. And I'm going to let it melt. You can make the heat as high as you want. I think I should have made it a little bit higher, but it's fine. I didn't want to burn my fingers. And you're going to make the keratin beads melt. They're gonna get really, really sticky, and you have to work super fast because it dries really fast. So once you get it super sticky, then you're gonna put the 2 pieces together and then you're gonna roll it with your fingers. So right here, I'm just trying to get those 2 pieces together. It was really, really hard to do because it still had some of the thread attached to it. And now that I have that glump of glue, I'm just gonna roll it together. And now those 2 pieces are now attached to each other. So if you like the look of the feather crochet hair, but you don't like the look of the thread, I personally am not a fan of the thread. I feel like it takes away from it looking realistic because you see the thread at the top. You can use this method. It's safe, it's secure. I'm pulling it and it's not going anywhere. Those 2 pieces are attached to each other. Technique number 2 I'm going to show you guys is going to be the loop method. Is it going to be the loop method? I think it's going to be the loop method. We'll see. So this is the second technique. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to measure on my finger and then I'm going to cut a little bit more of that thread. I did lose the thread after I put the bundles on it. So I'm going to recut that thread. But this one, I'm going to use your bundles. So if you have any bundles that's sitting around and you want to reuse that, you can go ahead and do so. Let's say you've never purchased any of crochet hair and you just want to use any bundles you had laying around in your house, or you just want to purchase some bundles from AliExpress or Amazon. Here's the technique you can do. So I'm using curly hair and I'm looking at the 2 clumped curls, and that's what I'm going to use for my crochet pieces. Now for this technique, I'm going to be doing the string in the middle where you see the standard feather technique look. So after getting my 2 pieces, I'm going to cut that weft off and I'm going to pull any excess hair off. We don't want any shed hair in our crochet pieces. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get the keratin. We're going to put it in the tool. We're going to let it melt and then we're going to add the string. This one personally was very tricky for me. The way, I think it was Judy Batts is the one who did it with the string. The way she did it made it seem like it's so simple. I would say practice makes perfect. I feel like the more I started doing it, the more I was able to refine my technique of using the thread. So again, like I said before, you're going to take your keratin bead and you're going to put it inside. Now, you don't necessarily need to buy this tool. If you want, you can go ahead and use your flat iron if you feel safe to do so. I didn't want to use my flat iron with the keratin tool. I just didn't want to mess it up, so that's why I purchased it. And then for here, I added too much glue. Now, I could have cut it down so much, so don't slide the glue all the way down, because then you're going to have too much of a glue in your crochet here. After you go ahead and you slide the glue down, now the track is together, and I'm just going to cut those loose pieces so that it's nice and straight, just like that. And then I'm going to grab my thread. I'm going to reheat the glue so that the thread can stick onto that piece that I have there, and then I'm going to roll it in my fingers. So I'm going to take the keratin bead again. I'm going to put it inside the K-tip tool. I'm going to make sure that it's nice and melted. So I'm just tap, 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 making sure that that bead gets melted. It does shift a lot, so I'm just pushing it inside. And then I'm going to add more glue. And then after I add the glue, I'm going to stick the thread in the middle. You do have to work fast because this keratin does dry. The one that I purchased does dry. I'm not really a fan of it. Should have bought a different one. But anyway, you put it inside and then you roll, 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 roll. Now, if you feel like it's not smooth enough, you can always reheat the glue, which I'm probably going to show you here. You can put it back in the tool here to reheat the glue, slide it across, and then roll until it's nice and smooth onto the thread. You don't want it bulky once you're pulling the crochet piece into your scalp. You don't want it pulling or tugging at your hair or through your braid or your locks like me. I realized that my piece was a little bit too thick, so I'm going to separate it a little bit. We're going to do the same thing. Add the bead onto the tool. Be careful, this tool is very, very, very hot. Let the bead melt, and then you just glide it. Here, I didn't glide as much glue. I think I like the way I did it with this one, but you just glide it in. It does get a little messy, but that's fine. We can go ahead and clean it later. So we're just gliding it. So now the glue's on that piece of weft, and then after that, I will cut any straggly pieces. So I just pulled that and then cut it to clean it. And then we're gonna take the other end of that thread, and we're gonna do the same thing we did on the other one. We're gonna add some keratin pieces inside the tool, and then we're gonna melt it and roll it. So there goes the thread right there in the middle. Now, she did double up on her thread. You can do that if you want to. I didn't do it for this purpose. Don't know why. I feel like the thread is strong enough on its own. It doesn't need to be doubled up. If you do sew-ins, you know that this thread is super strong, so there's no need for me personally to double it up. So here you see me adding a little bit more glue so that I can go ahead and tack that thread in there, move super fast, and then you roll it really, really fast just to get that initial set. And then to smooth it down, you're gonna pass it through the tool again and just roll it until it's smooth and not bulky. And this is what the final results look like. Looks almost like the ones that they sell for hundreds of dollars, but hey, you just did it with your bundle of hair and some thread. I'm loving the way it looks. And here's another close shot of the way it looks with the string in the middle. You can make the string as long as you want or as short as you want. Now, if you wanted to do it with the old crochet hair, so with this, you can see I cut the thread because it was hard for me to take it out of my locks. So I'm just gonna cut the thread and I'm gonna repurpose it by putting the string in the middle of this one. Now, I'm gonna admit this one was a little bit tough. I really feel like the keratin beads I have were not good quality because it dried so fast. and I needed it to be a little bit tackier so that I can mold it a little bit better, but it just dried so fast that the thread didn't stick onto the K-tip or the keratin glue. It didn't stick on at all, so I was having a hard time with it. So you're gonna see me just going back and forth, just trying to mold it together, trying to get that thread to stick on it. I could have used the clear bead that I had, and just the same one like you saw on the TikTok, but when I rolled the clear bead, it gave me like a white cast, so that's what I went and bought the black one. But again, I'm gonna keep practicing with it. This is my first time doing it, and I'm showing you guys. I want to show you guys the beginner version of it. A lot of times when you see people do things on YouTube, they're already an expert at it, but you can see the progress once you keep just trying over and over again. You get better and you find your own technique. Like right here, I'm really trying to blend the glue and the thread together, just making sure that everything sticks. I should have known it didn't get good ratings on this keratin glue. I just thought that, oh, it's gonna melt. So I was having a real hard time with it, but I was able to get it to work out with just trial and error, just getting a good glop of glue right there and then just rolling it together, and that's how I was able to get it to form together. So with this method, we're using the old recycled crochet hair that I reviewed. I'm not gonna shout out the company because they didn't sponsor this video, but I will link the video in case you guys want to know what hair that was. So like I said, I did have some issues with taking it out of some of my locks. It did get tangled in, so I cut the thread. So now I'm just adding the thread back in so I can reuse that hair, because I really did love that hair a lot. So that's what I'm doing here. And voila, here's the final look with your repurposed old crochet hair. Now let's go with technique number 3. Technique number 3 is going to be the loop. So I'm going to be using hair that I had from that old bundle, because remember I split that last piece that was kind of thick, and now we're going to do a loop. I'm going to do a slightly big loop, and then I'm going to do a small loop. Just all depends on how thin the hair is, how much you want it to crochet inside. You can make the loop whatever size you feel comfortable with. I'm going to show you guys the 2 methods here. One I'm going to do with that leftover piece from that bundle, and then the other one's going to be from the wig, just to show you guys how to do it if you wanted to recycle your wig. So here is going to be a slightly medium piece loop that I'm going to pull my crochet through if you wanted to do a single loop instead of doing a thread. So you're going to do the same technique. You're going to add that keratin glue to the tip of the hair, and then you're going to roll the hair into the glue, but this time you're making a loop when you roll it in. So now you have your loop, and then you're going to keep adding your tool to heat it up and roll it. We want to make sure that the hair is as smooth as possible, so the transition from the thread to the extension is nice and smooth and it's not snagging your hair when you're trying to install. Also make sure you pull and tug at that thread as hard as possible, just so that you don't want, when it's time for you to install or while you're styling your hair, where it's in there for the crochet to come out. So make sure you do a quality test. Now with this wig, I really love the curls on this wig, and the reason why I want to repurpose it is because it came with the silk based cap that doesn't match my scalp. So the closure was way too light. Very beautiful curls. What I planned on doing with this is keeping the wig, making it into a U-part wig, but in the center, I'm going to do the crochet since I have locks in my hair, and it's going to be kind of hard for me to blend my natural hair with this curly hair. So what I'm going to do is just cut the hair from the closure and turn that into crochet hair so that I have a half wig plus a closure. And yes, you will see a video of me installing the way it looks with my locks. And basically all I'm doing is just cutting the hair from the closure. And for this one, I'm gonna do just a smaller loop because I think with the front of my hair, I want the crochet to be as close as possible to my scalp. So I'm just gonna do a tiny loop so it looks a little bit more realistic around the hairline when I'm installing it. And then away from my hairline, then I will do the regular like single thread. So that's what I'm doing here. Same technique, just showing you guys over and over again so you guys can kind of get an idea of it. But this time I'm gonna cut a smaller piece of thread because like I said, I want my loop to be a little bit smaller, but I'm doing the same technique. This is the final results with my crochet pieces. You have your loops. This one is the small one. Well, it's the medium-sized one. So you see how smooth it is. Then you have the little bit bigger piece size right here. See, the loops are just a little bit bigger. And then we have the one with the thread in the middle. This is the one that we repurposed from the old crochet here and the bundles. And then the last version that we did where we don't have a thread in the middle is what I did was I took the two pieces from my old crochet here and I glued it together. So if you guys have any questions on these techniques, please leave them below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and shout out to the two young ladies. I will link their TikTok channels or TikTok pages below in the description. And you guys have a great night or day whenever time you're seeing this. Bye.